Okay, so a veteran defensive player just became available via a release. Could the Eagles be interested? Meanwhile, the Lane Johnson versus Penei Sewell debate is out of control. So much to break down, including Saquon Barkley proving Micah Parsons wrong, and Pro Football Focus makes a statement about what might be the best part of the Eagles defense in 2025. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you rock with our Philadelphia Eagles, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So as we wait for Eagles training camp to begin, July 22nd to be exact, I hope the summer is treating y'all really well. Let me know in the comments section where you're tuning in from, city or state. I'm in PA, close to Philly. However, it's been hot, but that don't stop AJ Brown from getting in that work.
Me before the workout in 100-degree heat. We're gonna check back in, man. This is me after the throwing session in 100-degree heat.
Moving on to some interesting NFL news, Adam Schefter tweeted that the Browns released defensive end Ogbo Okoronkwo, if I'm saying it right. His nickname is Obi, so we gonna call him Obi. Anyways, he's been in the league for 6 years, played 3 years with the Rams, 1 year with the Texans, and the last 2 years with the Cleveland Browns. He just turned 30 in April and could be a very cheap veteran option for the Eagles to bring in during training camp to see how he competes with the rest of the defensive ends on the team. Now, we're not talking a starting position at all. He's been a backup player everywhere he's played, but as a rotational piece, he's been solid. 4.5 sacks in 2023 and 3 sacks in 2024, again, off the bench. By no means am I saying we got to go pick this guy up. However, Howie Roseman does like to add competition in July and August, and all we're talking about is competition and a possible depth piece. That is all. Mind you, he's probably dirt cheap. As for edge rushers, I'm perfectly fine with the guys we have. Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt as the 2 starters, with Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uche coming off the bench to rotate in and play crucial snaps. However, who is behind them for? What happens if we have an injury? Last year, BG missed time, and so did Bryce Huff. That's 2 pass rushers who missed time. If something similar happens, not saying season ending, but missed time, you're going to need a little bit more depth than just Azeez Ojulari and Joshua Uche. So again, we're talking about cheap depth who's been in the league a while and knows his role, a rotation bench piece that comes in if necessary. With that being said, the Eagles had the youngest defense to ever win a championship last year. And if we run it back and win this year with the younger replacements, the record we just broke will be broken again. At this point, without knowing what we're going to get from the Eagles training camp, I am good on the defensive line. The interior pressure, as we talked about yesterday, is going to be there. And the pass rushers, I like the 4. I would like a little more depth. Not saying star power, we already got it. Young star power, but I would like more depth. As for Pro Football Focus, they rated the top defensive lines going into 2025 and have the Pittsburgh Steelers number 1, but the Philadelphia Eagles number 2. The rest of the list don't really matter, although if you go down to number 7, the Cleveland Browns are on there, and that was before they knew that they released Obi. Just saying. We lost Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, and Milton Williams, and is still ranked number 2. That lets me know that Pro Football Focus knows that Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, Ty Robinson, and Mora Ojomo are going to come in and replace them and ball out. Plus, the rotation of Azeez Ojulari and Joshua Uche comes in handy. Lastly, we can't forget All-Pro Jalen Carter, who's probably going to have his best year to date, and his running mate Jordan Davis, who, as Fangio said, looks to be in the best shape ever. I got mad respect for Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, and of course Brandon Graham. But this Eagles defensive line going in 2025 has the potential to be even better, and they're so young. Even the leader of the defense on the D-line, Jalen Carter, is young. But if people were scared of him in year 2, what do you think they're going to be in year 3 as he continues to get better?
JC, why not today, bro? Make you a mark, dog. I'm telling you, bro. I played against you. You that mother, bro. They're scared of you, bro. They are scared of you.
The Eagles are going to be top 3 in sacks and a force on the defensive line. Bookmark it. So yesterday on social media, there was a discussion about Penei Sewell being better than Lane Johnson. The guy who said it has a big following. He didn't give us no context and why, except for Lane Johnson is old. Let's hear it real quick.
Better than that old ass man right now. Lane Johnson was like, he's old now. He is not what Penei Sewell is. It does not. Lane Johnson cannot do what Penei Sewell does on the field. He can't.
Abadi, that's all, folks. So his only reason is because Lane's old. What? Now, let me say this before I destroy him with the facts that I posted on Twitter. Penei Sewell is a great young right tackle. However, last year, the league made him all-pro over Lane Johnson, and Paved the Lane was so upset with it, he posted the comparison to his locker. Sacks allowed, 0-1. Quarterback hits allowed, 1-5. QB hurries allowed, 9-22. Pressures allowed, 10-28. Pass block win rate, 94% to 91%. Island rate, 75% first, 55%, 58th, which is how many time are you left to block the guy you're guarding alone. QB time to throw, 3.13 seconds to 2.79 seconds. Run block win rate, 80% to not even ranked. And team rushing yards, 3,048 to 2,488. Lane Johnson posted this to his locker last year for a reason. The league made a mistake. The All-Pro should have went to Lane Johnson. And now people in all-season debates putting Penei Sewell over him. The only thing that Lane Johnson can do that Penei Sewell can do is wear blue and write a 20-something-year-old age next to his name. That's it. Old don't mean wash, especially for Pave the Lane Johnson. Flipping things over to 2K Say, who actually broke the 2,000 mark versus the Dallas Cowboys. Listen to what he said on the Eagles YouTube channel when reacting to his best moments. This one stood out to me, not because he proved Micah Parsons wrong, but because this is when he became 2K Say.
2K Say, breaking 2,000 yards against the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons comes up to me in warm-ups. Mike Parsons, one of my good friends. He laughs and dabs me up and he goes, "I'm going to get that record next week." So I knew that it was going to be pretty tough for me.
All right, Chris, Saquon Barkley, 29 carries, 135 yards, and the MVP chance begin here in Philadelphia. Officially 27 away from 2,000 yards.
You know, my mindset this year was let everything come to me, and it was helpful, but this moment, I was kind of like, I'm going to make it work.
This was the run. Can't show the whole thing, but shout out to Saquon Barkley once again for a terrific season. More to come in 2025.
2,000 is big. It's like, you know, it's only, the game's been going for how many years? And there's only 9 people to ever do it, and I'm one of those 9.
And they're going to take a timeout here just to allow Barkley to get his due from this crowd.
And here is a moment I'll never forget. You hear the MVP chant.
I know. He won Offensive Player of the Year, but he definitely should have won MVP. Again, when you count in the playoffs, the most rushing yards ever. I know it's a regular season award. It is what it is. It's always going to go to a quarterback. Speaking of quarterbacks, Pro Football Focus said most touchdowns passing or rushing since 2022. Josh Allen first with 126, Jalen Hurts second with 105, and Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow both tied for third with 100. Now, the critics will say, how many passing touchdowns, though? Does it really matter? Scoring for your team is scoring for your team. Doesn't matter how it gets done. 7 points is 7 points. You don't lose a game because this team has more passing touchdowns than you. Scoring is scoring. When will the NFL nerds understand that? Lastly, Yesterday, I talked about a quote from Kendall Lamb, big up in the Eagles, but I guess also low-key taking a shot at the Dolphins. And according to him, he said he never said it.
I keep getting sent this article, apparently, that someone has said that I've slammed Dolphins culture and all that stuff. One, I don't remember talking to anyone or any reporter about anything that we really dealt with Miami, with the Dolphins. Two, I was never raised that way to sit there and comment on certain things as far as culture and everything else within the locker room. Three, I have no animosity or no ill will or bad intentions towards Miami or anybody down there whatsoever. I enjoyed my time in Miami, and it'll be near and dear to me forever. So when it comes to this article that I'm being sent, or this article that's been published, unless I just completely forgot doing this, I had to be misconstrued or taken out of context, because I have nothing but the utmost respect for everyone in Miami, and the people in Miami know that.
Shout out to everybody in the comment section in yesterday's video who told me he didn't say it. I found the clip on IG. Y'all the real MVP. I'm going to do more due diligence when I see quotes posted to IG from certain sites. I got y'all. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Tall Podcast. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you know when we drop these videos, go lives, or put out YouTube shorts. I love y'all. Leave a comment. I really do love hearing from y'all. Y'all inspire new videos. And until next time, you know what time it is. Oh, go check the link in the description. Get your Indacloud if you're over 21 and you like that stuff. We out.